Hey guys, this is Lefko here. This is going to be a really quick review, and forgive the really poor editing right now. I'm recording on an iPhone because my main camera is down, so till then, we're going with recording on the iPhone to keep the reviews coming. This is going to be a quick review of some products made by an interesting company called STD, of all things. Poor choice in naming. But later on they changed their name to Interact, so everything's a-okay. But they made some cool controllers for the regular Nintendo and Super Nintendo. The original ones were the SG for Sega and SN for Super Nintendo Programpads. But they released some upgraded models called Programpads, and these things are killer, and I actually use these as my main controllers whenever I run my my Super Nintendo and my Sega Genesis stuff. So let's take a quick look. First of all, I don't really have a regular controller to compare it to, but the D-pad is a bit larger, kind of oversized a little bit. I kind of like it that way, to be honest. It feels like I got more control. There's your typical slowdown button, an auto-fire button. You press down the auto-fire button, then the button over here to set up auto-fire. Of course, you can set up more than one. Standard start and select. Sure you notice the LCD screen up here. It's actually a cool thing. Kind of useful whenever you're trying to program the controller with inputs. Whenever you push a button, the corresponding LED lights up on the controller. Now, why would this be an interesting feature? Well, surrounding your 4 Super Nintendo buttons, you have these other 3 buttons. They're programmable. You can actually set them up with a series of commands and even have a timing delay in them for if you need to hold the button down for 2 seconds or whatever. So if you're playing a fighting game, you can easily set up the controller to, let's say, play in Street Fighter 2, you want to throw out a Hadouken, just hit this button here, all of a sudden you're throwing out the Hadouken. Pretty cool. And it's got multiple presets too. You can set it up for, I'm wanting to say 19 different games. And it comes with some presets in the Super Nintendo one. I don't think the Sega one came with presets. For those of you more interested in the Sega one, we'll take a look at it. It's fairly similar. It's set up off the Genesis 6-button controller. My only gripe about this one is that on the 6-button setup, you're looking at your X button down there in the face, and then Y and Z are actually your shoulder buttons. I really wish they would put all 6 on the facing of it. It's more or less what they did. They took the housing of the Super Nintendo controller and made it work for the Genesis, but it's still most of the time my controller of choice. Every once in a while I'll find a game that kind of gives me a hard time. I'll go ahead and pop in my standard 6-button controller. I stay away from the 3-button controller like it's the devil because it's just awful for fighting games, but I am torn between the 6-button and the SG Pro Pad for the fighters. But either way, that's just a quickie on what I think are a couple of interesting controllers. They're probably my favorites to use on the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, and of course the Genesis add-ons like the 32X and the Sega CD. Well, that's it for this video. Sorry about the lower quality, and hopefully I'll get my recording equipment set up good and proper soon, but till then, at least the videos keep on coming, alright? See you next time.